What is going on, ladies and genitals? YOTESLAYA here, bring you episode 2 of my Nazi Zombie Chaos, the zombie map that I pretty much hate. And I told you guys in episode 1 that I would be doing a Q&A, a question and answering on Twitter. Well, I did this commentary, so I just tweeted out, guys are asking me questions on Twitter, and I'm going to answer them as I kind of go out through this. And that's pretty much what this episode is going to be, guys, just me answering a bunch of different questions from YouTube, or from Twitter, and I'm going to use that for this video. So, the first question is from Black Ops King 192, and let me scroll down a little bit because it scrolled a little bit too fast, but Black Ops King 192 says, who is your favorite YouTuber, and if you could play a game with him or her, then what game would you play? My favorite YouTuber is probably Wings of Redemption, and you know, Wings and I are friends, and I've played with him and we're cool. The reason being that he is my favorite YouTuber is because I've watched him ever since World at War, and you know, it's not necessarily about his play style, but it's more of his personality and the fact that he usually speaks his mind regardless if it's going to cause hate, if it, you know, whatever. He speaks his mind and I respect him for that. And honestly, when you get to know the guy, he is one of the most genuine dudes on YouTube. He is honestly probably the most genuine guy out of all the big YouTubers I've met. Yes, he's got days, you know, where he's, you know, said some stuff that was stupid. And, you know, it seems like the haters, that's what they want to see is the stuff when he is in a bad mood, or, you know, they don't see the good things. So Wings of Redemption would be my favorite YouTuber. I've played with him. So, you know, I don't really know what game. I always wanted to play Call of Duty multiplayer, I guess, maybe with him. But this one is from Lots of Bacon. It says, favorite custom map, excluding your map, YOTESLAYA. My favorite custom map would probably be Project X. I like the colors of Project X, the gray and greenish look. And it's got some really awesome custom unique features to it. I like the way it looks. The map is super clean, and it does have a Bible ending, so that is probably my favorite custom map on that. Now, okay, it says this is from NEI01, I believe. It's Neil Whitworth. It says, what/who made you a gamer and what made you want to do YouTube videos? Okay, me being a gamer is kind of weird. I was not a gamer. I had, you know, Nintendo, Super Nintendo and stuff like that way back in the day when I was little. But, you know, ever since high school, even in high school, I didn't play video games. I was too much into sports. I was honest. I had a sporting event, like whether practice, lifting, or whatever, every single day after school. I played baseball, wrestled, and played football. And, you know, my parents did not pay for my vehicles and my gas, so I had to work to pay for my own stuff. I was pretty busy. I didn't play video games. And then once I got out of high school, I did not play video games at all until Call of Duty 4. So this kind of goes into the other part. Who made you a gamer and stuff like that. So my ex-wife's sister brings her boyfriend over to our house one day, and he brings his Xbox 360 with Call of Duty 4, and I was hooked. I bought an Xbox 360 for Call of Duty 4 just for the campaign. I didn't know about the online stuff. And actually, I did play the original Xbox before this, like Halo and stuff like that, but not very much. So he brings over Call of Duty 4, and I tear it up, and I bought one just for the campaign. Well, all the guys that I work with, they, you know, were like, dude, you got to get online and play with this. And I was like, what's that? And they explained it to me, and I got on and played, and I was instantly hooked. Call of Duty 4 is what caused me and my ex-wife to divorce. I had like 44 days gameplay on that game, and I only played it for about 4 months, and then World at War came out. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. Now, what made me get into YouTube is just I wanted to save games, because back in Call of Duty 4, stuff like that, I used to go ham. I've had over 100 kills in every single Call of Duty 4 map, every single World at War map, and I always wanted to, I wish I would have had those games to rewatch. That's why I started YouTube, not to get subscribers or anything like that, just to basically save games. So that's how I started YouTube. The next question is from Steven DeMombro. He says, when are you going to make some gun videos? I actually have some gun videos recorded that I was going to put together and do that. I shot Tannerite and all those explosive stuffs, but I need to get some kind of audio like recording device, because the mic in the camera that I used did not pick up the gunshots, did not pick up the explosion sound, and it wasn't, in my opinion, it wasn't fun to watch. So I scrapped the idea, but I will be doing some probably once it gets warmed up. So the next question is from Brandon Manhake. Oh man, I don't mean to laugh at it, but it's just weird. All right, did you ever expect your channel to get as big as it is? And that is an absolute zero. No, I did not ever expect my channel to get big, and I don't even understand it all. I don't understand why people watch my videos. I try to make people laugh, and I do it at my own expense of making myself look about half retarded and just stupid. You know, I act dumb. I'm not as dumb as what I act in my videos, but I do it as a way. It's like a persona. It's to make people laugh, and I hope that I do that. But no, I did not expect my channel to get big, and I still to this day, I cannot believe it, honestly. Okay, to the next question. It says, all right, well, that was another, what is your question? All right, next question is from Austin Curtright. It says, where is your dream place to go quadding with your kids? I would say my dream place to go quadding, if you do not know what quadding is, it means riding four-wheelers, ATVs. Depending on what part of the world you're at, they call it different things. The dream place to go quadding with my kids, I would say it would be pretty awesome to go to New Zealand. Not necessarily on the mountain, the rugged parts of New Zealand, but I've seen some pictures of New Zealand that are a lot of pasture and stuff like that, and it'd be cool to just, you know, go to New Zealand and ride around the backcountry, seeing all the red stags or whatever those little deer are that are everywhere, and that'd be pretty awesome. So I'd say New Zealand, somewhere out, just out in the middle of nowhere where I don't see anything for a while. That would be pretty awesome. So next question from Andrew Stauffer. It says, what is your favorite console and what's your favorite game in general on it? My favorite console is the Xbox 360, and I don't mean to start a huge, you know, console war in this or anything. The reason my favorite console is the Xbox is because things are just so much simpler on the Xbox. On PS3, to do open lobbies on that, you've got to add everybody to play, and it's just a hassle to do everything. Now they've got, PS3, and as far as like graphics and the way they play, PS3 and Xbox are I don't see a difference, okay? It's just that Xbox is a little more simpler and to me to use, it's more user-friendly. Now, as far as the way they play, I mean, Uncharted's an awesome game for PS3 only. I don't really know what's exclusive to Xbox, but just for ease of use, like, playing with friends, I go with Xbox, and that's the only reason I have it is to play with friends. Says Joe Simcoe, I lost my flash drive. Where is it? Well, I apologize. I made you go in there and make that drink for me, and I jacked it, okay? But the good news is all your nude vlogs I saved, and I should be sending you the flash drive with it back. Okay, so what is this is from Russ Man, the hobo. Who's your favorite Black Ops 2 Zombies character? I'd say the chick, just because she has a nice rack. I don't know. I don't know. The chick, because she has a nice rack and it's nice to look at. That was the only reason I like looking at Sarah Michelle Gellar and Call of the Dead. Okay, so we already answered that. So next question is from Scott Diablo. What is your favorite game to play, and is there going to be another Borderlands game? As far as another Borderlands game, I could not tell you on that. I would assume there would be. My favorite game is definitely Borderlands Series 1 or 2. I'm not really sure which one I like more. I know that I've spent more time on the second one, I believe. As far as I love getting guns, man. A lot of people might find it boring to go search for these guns for hours, but I truly do. I don't know why. It's probably the most boring thing ever, but I just love going to look for these guns. Okay, so that's why I did it. So, next question from Zach Shields. What got you started on YouTube, and when did you get partnered with Machinima? I got partnered with Machinima 2 August ago. So about a year and a half now I got partnered with Machinima. And I already talked about what got me started on YouTube. But yeah, I got partnered with Machinima about a year and a half ago, and I'm still with Machinima. I did not get involved in the pay cut thing or CPM cut that you guys probably heard about. If I did get involved with it, I've not been contacted yet. So we'll just hang in there and hope it doesn't happen. So the next question is from Almighty Dimwit 214. Do you like bananas? If so, what's your favorite fruit? I like bananas, but my favorite fruit is watermelon. Watermelon is the shit, dude. I could eat a whole watermelon, no joke, and eat another one right after. I love watermelon. Okay, so next one from Mr. Awesome. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? And please say I asked you. Okay, I've seen this question pop up for other people. I would definitely not want to do one horse-sized duck because I'm a duck hunter, okay? And I don't know if there's any other duck hunters out there or even turkey hunters, okay? Turkeys and geese are about the same thing, same size, okay? And the reason I'm going with turkey or geese instead of a duck is because a horse-sized duck would be 10 times bigger than a horse or a goose or a turkey. And by golly, if you've ever shot a goose that wasn't fully dead and you go to pick it up, he will beat the hell out of you with its wings, okay? So I would definitely not F with a horse-sized duck. 100 duck-sized horses, dude, that would be awesome because I would be kicking the shit out of them, literally kicking them, okay? And that would be pretty awesome. I don't know. I might even get my four-wheeler and just like ride around on them or something like that. All right, so the next question is from Grim Reaper 38. Favorite meal? My favorite meal is definitely homemade tacos, dude. I love homemade tacos. My second favorite thing is steak. And, you know, I think that's probably like at least top 3 for most dudes out there. But my favorite meal ever is tacos, homemade tacos. Anytime I ever got to pick, you know, what I got for my birthday dinner, anything like that, it was always tacos, dude. I love freaking tacos. Hang on, let me search through here. Would you? All right, this is the next one. Jose Abrego. Would you rather eat a zombie or die of starvation? See, the thing here is I would probably eat a zombie, and the reason being is because your stomach acid should break down all the stuff, and you shouldn't turn into a zombie unless you have like an open sore in your mouth. So I'd probably eat a zombie. I don't know, fuck it. I'd eat it. Give me some of them back straps or something. I'd grill that shit in an instant. Okay, the next one is from Dylan the Riot. It says, what is your view on gun control? My view on gun control, I won't go there because it'll just cause chaos and everybody will start fighting. And they will probably start fighting over the console war. But my view on gun control is it's our Second Amendment right. I do believe everybody should have them. Guns do not kill people. The people holding the guns kills people. If they try to take the guns away from the people that can buy them legally, the criminals are still going to get them. Regardless, there's too many guns in America right now to try to do anything about it. I do agree that it needs to be controlled, not controlled, but background checks. I would register all my guns. I don't understand, you know, I would register all my guns. I could see that. But as far as like trying to, legalize assault rifles and stuff like that, I have 7 AR-15s here. Am I going to go shoot up anything because the gun, I have an AR-15? Is that gun ever going to kill anybody? No, because I'll never kill anybody. What are my AR-15s for? Oh my God, why do you have 7? Because I coyote hunt with them. I shoot nuisance coyotes out there coyotes. And I also target shoot and go shoot tannerite, hopefully for videos when I get a new mic. So that's my view on gun control. All right, next one is from Silver Fox 97. How did you meet Predictable Nova and Master Kids? Predictable Nova I met because she made a background for my YouTube channel, sent it to me, and I added her on Skype. Actually, I think I added her on Skype so she could send it to me. Then I found out she was a chick, and I was like, hell yeah, I'll talk to you. And then we kind of fell for each other. Now, Master Kids, once I started posting Borderlands 2 videos, his name kind of came up. I went and checked out his channel and invited him into my Let's Play for the 3rd DLC. So that's how we did it. All right. From Poop Ninja Nico. That's one hell of a name. He says, favorite childhood video game is definitely the very first Mario. That is freaking amazing. Okay. So, Nathan, I already answered that one. there's a lot of the same ones, like why did you start YouTube and stuff like that. Master Tapper says, how many questions can a person ask? How many licks does it take to get to the middle of a lollipop? I'm not really sure, but I don't know. I'm just gonna ask as we get it. So this is from Handsome Jack Boy. Here's a couple questions, Jody. Can I play with you in your next live stream? Have you played any of the Gears of War games? As far as playing with me on my live stream, that I just tweet out when I need people. I don't pick anybody, personally, because I try to be fair to everybody. And Gears of War games, yes, I loved Gears of War 1. I loved Gears of War 2. I'm a level 100 in multiplayer legit in Gears of War 2. When it came to Gears of War 3, I think I was burnt out on grinding to a level 100 in Gears of War 2. So I didn't really care for it too much. Man, a lot of people were wanting to get me like in trouble or something. Oh, okay, here's a good one by Zachary Bieber. Which is better, pancakes, waffles, or French toast? Well, actually not really that great. I'll go with waffles. I don't like pancakes or French toast, but I do like waffles, like the kinds that, like the Lego or Eggo waffles, like with strawberries in them and blueberry. Those are pretty awesome. So I like those. All right, this one is probably going to be the last one for this episode. If you guys want to see me do another question and answer for the last part of this run, let me know. But this one's from Kill 'Em All. Lone Wolf 65-8. Favorite Metallica song / album. And the favorite album is definitely the Black Album. By far, the Black Album just has like fucking awesome. Every song on there is pretty much awesome. But my favorite song ever by Metallica is Fade to Black. Dude, I love Fade to Black. So guys, that wraps up the Q&A. Thank you guys, everybody. There's a lot of questions I didn't get to answer. They're still rolling in. I apologize, but if you want to see me do another question and answer for this last part of this game, let me know in the comments and I can do that for you guys. But I hope you enjoyed this little part and I hope I answered the questions correctly. I didn't mean to start a console war, a gun thing in the comments, but whatever. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.